Overripe, page 1. Panel 1. Irregular, cutesy, unassuming short man with scruffy hair and sideburns, but in an adorable way.
This is already great. This is already a great script.
This is already the greatest thing I've ever read.
So much that he might as well be an author self-insert, but he is named Thomas.
Thomas.
Wow.
He has bright pink dyed hair, perhaps a reddened nose, just like my Tumblr fan art.
This is already terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Who wrote this?
This piece of shit. Oh, I did.
Fucking Randall Munroe.
Randall Munroe wrote this. You wrote this, too.
He wears a modest blue suit and pants as he looks cautiously over his shoulder, being nervous, hunched a bit, about to enter an apartment building.
I thought I was going to mention how cute he is, but again...
We
don't understand yet how cute he is enough.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. It'll be spelled out. Some more. So, did we get one panel in yet?
Yes, one panel.
Oh shit.
This is going to be a nightmare to cut together if I even bother to.
Slow it down a little.
Panel 2. Inside the building, he is confronted by a shady-looking man. Shady man.
This is already sexy.
Oh my, yeah. Shady man. You here to check out the goods?
Oh yeah.
That is sexy.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Thomas. Yes, Thomas continued. Yes.
He had to think.
Panel 3. Thomas hands over a few folded pieces of paper currency, brighter green than usual, perhaps a Kelly green. Page 2. Panel 1. The shady man leads Thomas into an apartment room. Panel 2. Close up on Thomas as he looks shocked, his mouth open and eyes wide, his face blushing cutely.
I knew I had to be mentioned again. Alright, so we keep interrupting the hot sex that's about to ensue.
Mm-hmm.
But knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
The interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow? Who?
I don't know how the rest of the joke goes.
Oh, okay.
I hear it's hilarious.
Alright. Thomas is cute.
That's true.
Thomas rushes up to something on the wall. We don't see what it is yet, but we see that Thomas is enwrapped by it, his hand raising to touch something on a wall. It's a poster, though the reader shouldn't be able to know this yet.
Oh, that's a spoiler. Huge spoilers.
Spoilers. Panel 4. The shady man grabs Thomas's hand before it can touch the wall. Shady man. You know it costs extra to touch it. Thomas. Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. Will another 50 do?
He even pays money adorably.
Page 3. Panel 1. Thomas begins handing over more currency to the shady man. Thomas, narration. If you can believe it, this is my job. Alright, so Thomas's gritty internal narration, just like in Lightbringer by Lewis Lovehog.
I would say this isn't quite up to the standard of Lightbringer.
Panel 2. Close up on the hands as the currency is touching the shady man's hand. Thomas, narration.
That's sexy.
Few others would reduce themselves to this. Panel 3. The rest of the page is taken up by a SWAT team busting in the door, smashing in through the windows as they rappel in, guns trained on the shady man. Thomas is taking a step back as the shady man looks to be in a panic. Thomas, narration. I make the sacrifice so that society is a better place.
He is a brave hero, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's a cute, brave hero. I mean, he's got all these qualities. Those are good character traits. Cute and brave hero.
Just like Carter Granholm from Lightbringer.
From Lightbringer. Anyways, so yeah, Carter Granholm. So, I mean, Thomas doesn't even have a last name aside from Wolf.
We're not talking about the actual thing we came here to read. We're talking about Carter Granholm.
So back to the adventures of Carter Granholm. I mean, somebody not as interesting as Carter Granholm.
But on the subject of Carter Granholm,
Thomas, who doesn't have a last name, certainly doesn't have a cool one like Granholm.
Granholm. Can't fucking get that shit out of my head. You've ruined the show, yes. Nice mod.
Page 4, panel 1. The SWAT cops are pinning Shady Man to the ground. Another SWAT cop looks at what Thomas was looking at on the wall, the poster, as Thomas also looks at it calmly and casually. SWAT cop. Is that the... Panel 2. Same view and everything, but the SWAT is recoiling from what he saw, turning his head away in disgust. The cops in the background are handcuffing the Shady Man. SWAT cop. Oh, God. Thomas. Yeah, this is the contraband. Panel 3.
The sense offender.
He's just, yeah, this is like a remake of the wonderful classic movie Equilibrium, except it doesn't have the Cole Gun Takata fights.
They're treading all over his dreams.
How many times are we going to interrupt? I don't know, but it may go on a lot.
We haven't stopped yet. Believe me,
we haven't even started with Carter Granholm.
Why does he suddenly decide to actually fight crime?
Carter, are we still talking about Carter Granholm?
Carter Granholm. I can't get over the fucking name. I don't care.
Thomas. Yes, this is the contraband. Panel 3. The rest of the page is a view of what they were looking at. A massive body-sized poster that consists of absolutely nothing but the pure color of orange, bright and blatant. Thomas. Disgusting, isn't it? Page 5, panel 1. The SWAT cop is still looking away in disgust, not wanting to see it, as Thomas just stares calmly at the poster. SWAT cop. What are you going to do with it? Thomas reaches to the top corner of the poster. Panel 3. Thomas tears it down. Panel 4. Thomas crushes the entire poster into a large ball, crumpling the orange inside so the white backing of the poster is all that's visible now. The Shady Man, still being held by 2 or 3 other SWAT police, yells out in anguish. Shady Man. No! Panel 5. One of the SWAT cops casually fires a handgun into the Shady Man's face, splattering his brains and head all over the face guard of another SWAT cop, as the cops all have dumb, goofy grins.
Why don't they just burn the poster? They'll have to burn the poster.
Yeah, like in Equilibrium, where they just put everything in a big incinerator.
Won't the fire be orange too?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that becomes an issue.
How do they not criminalize that? Oops. Oh, it becomes... Well, okay, you already thought of that.
Page 6. Panel 1. Outside, in front of the apartment building, Thomas is holding a big white wad of crumpled poster bigger than his fist. The other SWAT cops are throwing Shady Man's body into a plain, ordinary garbage can off to the side of the apartment building's main entrance. One of the SWAT guys still has a ton of blood and brains all over his helmet visor as he asks Thomas a question. Blood-splattered SWAT cop. So, what happens to the contraband now? Thomas. It just goes into an incinerator back at Pure Depth. Panel 2. Thomas driving home in his plain little gray compact car. Thomas, narration. I tell him that because they wouldn't enjoy hearing that I'm going to keep this one. Thomas, narration.
That's a spoiler. Oh wait, I guess it's not a spoiler if you're actually reading it in the story.
It's kind of like the puppy. He kept the puppy in the trunk.
He kept the puppy and had to end up murdering 8 police officers over a puppy.
So, Carter Granholm.
Yeah, what happens to Carter Granholm?
Narration. They're merely the police, not officially part of the purity department. They don't understand that in order to investigate the color, You have to understand what you're hunting. Thomas, narration. You can't get rid of the color. Thomas, narration, smaller text, separate word balloon. Orange. Thomas, narration, regular sized text again, without knowing what it looks like. And if no one knew what it looked like, they wouldn't know why it needs to be gone. That's why the censors are the only ones allowed to look at it. Panel 3. Thomas in his car as he drives. Point of view is from his seat upwards at Thomas, near his pants pocket as he looks down to the point of view with his right hand off the wheel and near the point of view source as well. His left hand remains on the wheel. He's giving only a quick, casual glance at whatever is down in his pants pocket. We don't see his hand or what's in it. Thomas, narration.
What page is this?
Page 6.
Okay.
Thomas, narration. It used to disgust me when I first started this job. I couldn't see it without wincing. Panel 4. We see what Thomas is looking at, the crumpled ball, and just a tiny hint of orange peeking from a bent corner, glowing so god-dang orange that it seems to radiate a corrupting orange flow of orangeness. He's holding it in his right hand as if he had pulled it from his pants pocket, though it would probably be too large to fit inside there.
Yeah, there's a fucking logistical nightmare involved in that.
Thomas,
I held off from mentioning that he probably just stuffed it in the cup holder.
Thomas, narration. Now I'm used to it. Something about that fact sickens me. I was just staring at the full size of this a few minutes ago. I'm getting desensitized to the whole thing.
I'm sure we're not talking about his dick. We're still not talking about his dick.
Is that what was theorized, that he was reaching down and holding the whole time was his dick?
Yes.
Pocket. Yeah, it was in his pocket.
Well, his dick is big enough to he used to pull his dick through his sleeve so people would shake his dick.
What an asshole.
What? The guy's just a real jerk.
Now I'm getting desensitized to the whole thing, as if there was no big deal about the color. Thomas, narration. The color.
We're really sure we're not talking about his dick.
Just to make sure.
I don't know why.
He's not talking about his dick.
I do not know why you were laughing. This is serious.
Panel 5. An extreme close-up view of the crumpled ball and its hint of orange.
Oh no. Now we're on something else. We're talking about something else.
Panel 5. An extreme close-up view of the crumpled ball and its hint of orange, more blatant now it seems, making some of the white poster material around it appear with the sort of glowing after-image of orange, as if the orange was radiating and polluting the material around it.
It's so fucking orange.
Thomas, narration. Such a gaudy color. Obnoxious. Arrogantly bright, it attacks all other colors around it. When brighter, it's blinding, like poison in your eyes, souring your soul with its tart visual.
Tart. It's a sassy basket of a color.
When duller, it's brown, like a river of sewage that you can feel forcing itself down your throat, trying to drown you and disease you at the same time, while making you vomit, so you drown on it and your own vomit both at the same time. You're getting all that hepatitis and AIDS and botulism and HPV and H. pylori or whatever.
H. pylori is just it's just a normal stomach virus that gives you ulcers.
What is this story even about?
It's just about the color orange.
No.
Thomas, narration. There is literally nothing good about the color, and it is healthy behavior to barely tolerate its related shades. Thomas, narration. Even if I wasn't told to hate it, I would have hated it naturally.
I have a suspicion that even reading the rest of the fucking script, you still may never have your question answered about what the story is about.
Page 7, panel 1.
Hold on a second. Wait. Okay, no. Go ahead. That's pretty fucking annoying, though.
That's pretty annoying.
Page 7, panel 1. Interior, a bar. Thomas is perhaps 10 years younger, in his early 20s, fresh-faced, very short hair, so it's less scruffy, and still brown in color. He stands next to a few of his peers after work who are laughing and joking around. Thomas is physically separated from them, not joining in, looking down at his drink. They're all dressed in thin black ties and plain white-collared shirts which are loosened, except for Thomas's, as if to display that Thomas never stops working. He takes his work everywhere if he needs to. One male coworker is making what amounts to a lewd joke, while others around him laugh, including a woman who is also a coworker and similarly dressed. Drunk coworker. Hey, anyone want a screwdriver? Female coworker. Careful when you get a tan. You might end up looking really... Female coworker continued. Large text. Orange.
Oh shit. They can get away with this.
Other male coworker. Well, we could practice shooting stuff in my backyard. Other male coworker continued. Larger text. Or, other male coworker continued. We could go down to the... Other male coworker continued. Larger text. Range.
That one's terrible. That one's especially terrible.
Because it's range is like fucking just two. It's one letter away.
That's terrible.
One letter off from orange.
Orange.
Thomas, caption. The word orange itself is banned. Only a censor is allowed to say it without facing heavy fines, and for good reason, as the word itself stings my ears to even think of it silently. Thomas, caption. Any words that sound too close to orange are considered in bad taste to speak, including parts of the word itself. Most in polite society choose to say alternatively instead of or.
I had to make sure, going through the script, to make sure that he doesn't say the word or, which leads to a lot of really awkward lines, which is great.
But it makes the language nearly indecipherable.
Yes, it makes the language a big fucking unnecessary mess.
Thomas, caption. My peers within the purity department tend to make jokes about this. I believe in an immature example of being able to get away with what other people can't. I used to attempt to socialize with them when I was first assigned as a censor. But the word censor ends with or.
Well, if you pronounce it censor, it sounds far away enough.
Okay. Panel 2. Thomas, wearing his suit, out on a date at a restaurant with a nice lady. His hair is dyed light pink. Thomas, caption. After a few months, I preferred to socialize away from my coworkers. Thomas. I work for the Purity Department of the Bureau of Unwelcoming to Offensive Imagery. In fact, I was one of the first censors ever assigned to the job. Nice lady. The boy, right?
The what?
The
The boy.
the BOE. That's what
Oh,
the
is
Bureau.
that the
The
acronym?
Bureau of Unwelcoming to Offensive Imagery, or the BOE for short.
Panel 3. Thomas blushes a bit, looking bashful. The nice lady smirks. Thomas. Well, that's what the media calls it. We just call it the full name, but I guess, you know, you can call it the boy if you want. Thomas.
Well, who wouldn't
continued.
want to?
But when you ask if we arrest people, no, we're not actually a government organization. We're a public committee. Thomas continued. All we can do is petition the government to incur penalties on violators. Though with the government's attitude towards our activities, they approve every penalty we submit. If violators are found to be uncooperative, the local police department usually handles them. Thomas continued. And because we're not part of the government, we can commit any searches or seizing of property that we want, which avoids violating the Constitution.
That was good.
So they're not even violating.
Yeah, they're not violating the Constitution. That's not bad.
Panel 4. She leans in towards him, grinning at him more as he blushes and looks even more bashful and adorable.
That's important to mention.
Nice lady. Your knowledge of federally mandated penalties is driving me wild. I can't get enough. I can't even wait to get home. I want you to take me right here and now.
I've had
In
that
the
happen in real
future-
life, so this is based off
Yeah.
of true stories.
This is technically set in the future where this kind of thing will be normal.
Yes.
Page 8, panel 1. An extreme close-up of their faces as they are both clearly having sex. He grunts into her neck as he's probably shooting a fat load into her womb. She's
Not
closing
just
her
anywhere, but specifically into her womb.
Probably. So it's not like it's clear for the kids who are reading, but
No.
it's unmistakable for the author and whoever the
And the artist, it's important that the artist know more than anyone else that he's gonna fucking get her MPreg female style.
MPreg
Female equivalent of MPreg.
But I mean, that's just MPreg is where you shoot a load in her ass and she gets pregnant and gives birth out of her ass. Just gives birth to an entire beautiful demon.
Which
baby
also gives her
out
greater
of her
pleasure
ass.
than she could ever experience otherwise.
She's so MPreg, she actually gives birth out of her ass, out of her fucking pussy.
It's the next
so
level.
out of her ass.
It's the next level. MPreg's not going to be nearly good enough. It's got to be female MPreg, also known as Preg.
It's like Super Saiyan level 3.
Yes.
She's closing her eyes and moaning in ecstasy. Thomas, caption. I suppose people appreciate the work I do. Alternatively, at least the power I wield.
Not or. Alternative.
Not or, but alternatively, also.
But to me, it's not about the power. Panel 2. She's asleep on his couch, laying against him, as the TV lights them up with an ordinary white light. He's looking through her purse. Panel 3. His point of view, his hands pulling from her purse, a faded photograph of her as a small child with her mother, sepia-toned with an orange tint. Panel 4. Thomas burning the picture over his stove. The stove flame itself is blue, though the picture burning does give off a white and very slightly orange flame, as if cleansing it of its orangeness.
So
Thomas.
see, there's the orange fire has to be rationalized in that sense. It works.
Thomas, caption. It's about making the world a better place.
Alright, so he beast fucked the shit out of a bitch. Oh wait, and then he cured her. He cured her of her orange photograph.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't throw her in prison? Well,
that's the thing is that it's like an old photograph. It's of her mother, and so but it's sepia toned, so he has to fucking destroy it.
Such one treasured possession.
Yes, her one treasured possession. And it's gone.
This is my most treasured possession.
Page 9, panel 1. A small panel of the nice lady saying goodbye as Thomas holds his apartment door open for her. Thomas, narration. The decent people of our cities have no fear of being persecuted for what are called
What?
tangy crimes.
It's definitely bad.
Well, you can't even reference what the thing is that is making the crime. It's almost like if the sense offenses, if the word itself was considered to be a sense offense, you can't even say it, but you got to refer to it by something.
Well, it's a special. They make up a special term for it just to show you how bad it is. So bad.
The word tang doesn't sound anything like the word orange.
Yes.
But tang is also going to be illegal, obviously.
Yeah,
unless they recolored it. I guess you could
tang.
color it to like blue, green or something.
Panel 2. Thomas going further into his apartment near the back, where Thomas is kneeling by the air exchange vent along the wall near the floor. Thomas, narration. No good person would ever have a tartful thought in their heads naturally. Our modern civilization is too evolved, too advanced culturally.
Just like Star Trek The Next Generation.
Just like Star Trek The Next Generation. But they have evolved beyond the need for money.
Yes.
Unlike the barbarians of the past decades and centuries. Panel 3. The vent covering pulled away as Thomas is pulling a small key out from within. Thomas, narration. That's why they're safe from prosecution by the Purity Department, because they are good people who don't think about orange.
That's true.
I know, he just thought about orange by saying it in his thoughts.
But he's
he
a
has to.
censor.
Yeah.
It's his fucking job.
Yeah, he's allowed to because it's his job, and also he has to.
Even though it'll take a piece of his soul every time he does.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so terrible.
Just like Carter Granholm.
Carter Granholm actually handles it better, I would say. Because he's a better hero in a way.
Panel 4. Thomas turning the key in a closed door within his apartment. Panel 5. A larger panel taking up the rest of the page as Thomas stands in a massively orange room. Orange streamers hang from the ceiling fan. Pictures of orange, though not large pictures. Like pictures of oranges.
Orange.
Oranges, okay. Pictures of oranges.
No, oranges, or it could be just pictures of orange.
He's got like a framed picture that's solid orange.
A framed color of the same color that's already on the wall.
Yes. Yeah,
well, that's what the poster he just took was just that.
Uh-huh.
So fucking orange. Holy shit.
Pictures of oranges, though not large pictures. A table that contains 3 oranges that have been sealed in a block of lucite.
Everyone in this society has scurvy, but nobody cares.
A small, simple clay statue that was painted bright orange. A small jar of orange hobby paint. A larger can of orange house paint. A chair that's painted a sort of dark orange. A picture of Donald Trump looking pretty orange and also smug.
Oh no, we're back to smug. After I thought kill everything ended, but all of a sudden people are smug again.
None of the objects
Spoiled
should
it.
be. None of the objects should be large. Nothing that he could be caught taking. Not everything in the room is orange. It's merely a room with a collection of various orange objects. Thomas, narration. And they're lucky that they don't have to. Page 10, panel 1. Thomas is pinning up the orange poster to one of the walls of his treasure room. Thomas, narration. In polite company, I tell people that I do my work because I'm just following regulations created by our legal system. Thomas, narration. Privately, though, I do this work because my hatred of the tartful color is so strong that it would put most people off. I've blown more than one date with my ranting about how disgusting I find the color. Panel 2. Point of view of Thomas staring at the poster, the orange somewhat glaring onto his face as he frowns. Thomas, narration. My hatred has tempered my disgust. I don't recoil, I just seethe. Panel 3. From behind his back, Thomas profiled against the poster in front of him. Thomas, narration. I'm glad for that. It means I know I still feel something about it, even if my feelings are duller these days. Panel 3. Thomas outside the door as he locks it with the key. And that's the end of page 10. Page 11, panel 1. Thomas at his job again, looking disrespectfully at another...
Interrupting cow. Oh, I'm interrupting. It's funny.
I really like how Thomas is
Why?
just repeatedly described as adorable.
Yes.
He's got pink hair. In the first paragraph, you say he might as well be an author self-insert.
Yes.
No one else will read that. But
Yes, no one will know that I said something so dumb and gay.
The guy is clearly a Mary Sue. And as we all know, Mary Sues are always justified in everything they do.
Yes,
So
especially
his
mine.
hatred,
Mine more than anyone
for the color
else's.
orange, he's right. Orange is awful.
we just proved it because he's the main protagonist.
Yes.
Thomas at his job again, looking disrespectfully at another sleazy perpetrator who's pointing to what appears to be a very large whole orange on a table placed neatly on a cloth. In reality, it's a grapefruit, an orange one by nature, as opposed to a lighter-toned grapefruit. Herb, see this big sexy baby, huh? Didn't I tell you it was fat and juicy?
This comic is great.
Panel 2, same as above, with Thomas laying down the law. The perp looks a mix of disappointment and caught. Thomas, it's a grapefruit.
Oh shit.
Panel 3, the perp is angry. Perp, what? Hey, forget you, mother forgetter. This is probably just too much orange for you. Panel 4, Thomas is calm and collected, not impressed. The grapefruit should also be visible here, as if being judged by the morally superior Thomas, put on ultimate trial by the Adora Kawaii Lord our God Thomas. Thomas, oranges have deeper modeling in their skin. This is too smooth. Orange stems go deeper into the skin and put more wrinkles into it. Added to which, this is too large to be an orange. This is not a real orange. Trust me, I can tell.
So he's like CSI.
Yes,
Fuck out of
CSI
this.
oranges.
Panel 5. The perp is just guilty. He caves in. Perp, your knowledge of oranges. Damn. Perp continued. I'm sorry, dude. Most people who pay me haven't really seen a real orange. I haven't seen one in years, you know? How about I give you, like, half your money back?
Oh, that sounds nice.
Panel 6.
Pretty cool.
Thomas, looking sinister and cool as SWAT busts in through the windows and walls behind him. Thomas, no need.
No need.
He needs to say something more cool or more stupid and pointless.
You mean like, yeah? He just goes,
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
Great.
ending of Judge Dredd.
the ending of Judge Dredd, one of the greatest one-liners in movie history, where after he throws her out the fucking window and she splatters to the ground, explodes in blood, and the building doesn't explode, he just goes, yeah. It's great.
How about I give you a refund to crime prison? Page 12, panel 1. Perhaps a diagonal inlaid panel of some sort of deep web image board like 909chan. On it is laid out a few text posts in the typical Chan style, with each post under the name Anonymous in green lettering over its text. Thomas, narration. The ripe web. The sleazy...
Oh wait, that's even better. That's even better than just the fucking dark web.
The ripe web. The sleazy underground parts of the internet where people talk about oranges under the unassuming
Holy
nose
shit! They're talking about oranges.
of the good people of society. Thomas, narration. Here, to get away with their foul discussions, people started calling the stuff tart, then tart pulp, then just pulp, then they called it pull-up. Always
crafty.
trying to throw the censors off. Thomas, narration. I've seen a couple people call it things like ouch or bright meat, but those people seem to just be making up stupid terms that they desperately hope will catch on.
It won't work.
It's like a meme or something.
It's a forced
Like,
meme.
These fucks.
Anonymous 205-878-1254-858. I can find pull-up easy. Anonymous 205-878-1254-891. Greater than sign. That's a less than sign. No, that's a greater than sign. Bill Squeeze, I've never seen any near where I live. You just wish you had some, you anteater.
Oh,
It says-
shit, just fucking calling him. It's the worst insult
Doesn't
ever.
he actually say you anteater?
He does.
Yes.
You anteater.
It's kind of like it's the new copy pasta. It's like the new
That's the new
Fucking-
meme.
SEAL team.
Yes,
Copy
that's the
pasta.
fucking. What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? That's the dystopic future version is you anteater.
Panel 2, Thomas looking down at his phone, typing on it. Panel 3, the image board again. Anonymous 205-878-1254-202. You. Wish I had some. Want that juicy pulp. I can just imagine it on my fingers, lol, squishing the firmness.
So it's like, what does Yoshi's egg smell like? Not that I really care about that, lol. I'm just curious, what do you think it's like, lol? Not that I really care, lol.
Anonymous 205-878-1254-210.
Oh,
I knew where people do drips. I did some last week, was hella cash. Panel,
Hella cash.
hella cash.
It's like a reference to fucking.
Life is strange.
panel 4. Close-up of Thomas's face as he's shocked and somewhat repulsed. Thomas, narration. Drips. Those sick freaks.
The script used to have a bunch of swearing in it, and then I was like, I should change all the motherfucker and shit and bitch to fucking, like, freak and forget yourself. So that it's technically work safe until the things that start happening later in the script, which we should be able to get into at least.
Mother forgetter.
And also, yeah, mother forgetter. Also, the thing is,
That's what happens
drips.
when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Yes.
Panel 5. The image board close up.
Image
The
bird.
anonymous image board.
Oh. You may have said that. I don't know. I don't know.
The image board close up. The anonymous is now in a dark blue and underlined. Anonymous 205-878-1254231.
Lock.
You.
Oh, you. Or you.
Or
No juicin' way. Tell me. Send me them pulpy deets to my email.
Those are the
Email. I
cool
still use
orange-based
email.
slang. Do you like the cool, authentic orange-based slang I put into the dialogue?
Page 13, panel 1.
Oh.
Perhaps view from overhead. A guy's face tilted back, eyes closed, mouth slightly open. Panel 2. A small inset of an eyedropper squeezing a single drip of orange juice out. Panel 3. The drip lands on the guy's face, on his upper right cheek, underneath the eye.
That's dangerous. That's actually a little dangerous. Because what if it lands on the eye, it would sting very badly.
Yeah, that's...
sting horribly, which is another good reason why oranges are illegal.
I mean, do you know what happens when you get citric acid in your eye?
Oh, it's bad.
It kind of hurts is what happens.
Yeah, it hurts. This is, again, goes to show why it's illegal. You are right,
Yeah.
brother of the past.
Panel 4. Thomas and the SWAT team bust in. Thomas doesn't carry a gun, but he's in his sort of detective suit, his regular suit from the first bust, but he also has a cute trench coat.
A cute
I don't-
trench,
Oh,
even his
even-
trench coat?
Even the trench coat.
I don't know how a trench coat can be cute, but the point is that
Does-
Thomas is perpetually cute.
Does it? Is that you saying that, or is that the script saying that? I forget already.
That's in the script.
It's in the script.
Mhm.
But anyway, the point is, it's adorable.
Yes.
It's
But
he's-
also kind of cool. He's like kind of cool, smooth ass.
Good luck to the fucking artist trying to actually transmit this idea to image. Good thing I'm not you, fucker.
This is why we get paid the big bucks.
Yes. What do you think that, you fucking piece of shit?
other people in the room doing drips as above, but shocked as they're getting caught, starting to panic. Thomas, narration.
Shocked and aroused. Or what was it? Shocked at a planet?
Shocked by a planet.
Thomas, narration. Some of these people have become so desensitized to the sight of the color, alternatively the feel of the wicked fruit,
Instead of
that
or.
they've
You can't say or, because that's illegal.
started to drip the juice onto their body. The really sick ones do drips onto their face.
Sick. That even sounds disgusting. Hey, I like writing. I like to write sometimes. Ugh.
On a fucking universe where the color orange is fucking made illegal. Wow,
Genius.
It's real clever.
That's a real clever concept.
Is that Bill Shakespeare?
I can't see too good. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there?
Page 14, panel 1. Thomas stands back as the SWAT team just starts spraying gunfire in disgust, blowing away the orange freaks. Thomas, narration. This is where I don't even try to stop the enforcement agents from losing control. I couldn't blame them. Panel 2. The SWAT team's pulling out full body bags of the dead perps, while others in white hazmat suits are pulling out sealed white containers that they carry into a large truck marked Pure Dep, which is an incinerator truck with a large smokestack coming out of the top, billowing smoke. Thomas is standing out front, just watching. Panel 3. Thomas driving down the road in his little dinky economy car, looking stone-faced. Panel 4. Thomas unlocking his orange room. Panel 5. Thomas has his back pressed against the inside of the closed door to the orange room, confronted by the orange. Panel 6. Close up on his hand, fishing into his pocket. Panel 7. This is a lot of panels.
So many panels.
He pulls out...
Seven panels can fit on a page.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
As long as it's not like very elaborate action, because you kind of
I
need to
mean,
save a big panel for that.
Aaron Diaz can fit 7 panels on a page, right?
And he can fit them in any
Yes, in
strange
any order he
direction,
wants.
in any order.
He can put like a big circular panel in the middle, and then 6 other panels surrounding it, pointed inwards towards it.
Yes.
And you're supposed to read them in fucking a mathematic progression.
Yes, you're supposed to read them according to Pythagoras' theorem. That's how you're supposed to tell. If you don't know what that is, you don't deserve to read this in the correct order.
Yeah, if you can't decipher it, you don't deserve to know what the fuck's going on in this brilliant comic.
Panel 7. He pulls out a small glass eyedropper bottle of orange juice with the eyedropper cap screwed on top. The squeezy rubber tips sticking up on the top, perfect for doing drips of orange juice onto one's body or face.
Ooh.
Page 15, panel 1. He's kneeling by an orange-painted table with the lucite-sealed oranges on it, where he's also placed the small bottle of orange juice. He stares at it intently. Panel 2. His hand reaches out to take the bottle again. Panel 3. His hand withdraws as he looks away and blushes adorably.
Yes, that I knew that would have to be pointed out.
Panel 4. His eyes close tightly, one hand clenching. Panel 5. His hand swipes the bottle, grasping it desperately, like Denzel Washington in Flight when he was in the hotel room near the end with all those mini bar bottles. Spoilers. He just can't resist.
It's a very good reference.
You make the best references.
Believe me.
Believe me.
Page 16, panel 1. Thomas's blurry face in the background. In the foreground is the eyedropper part of the bottle pulled out, filled with orange juice. A brightly orange glowing drop of juice at the tip, waiting to be squeezed out.
Hot.
Thomas,
How is this
narration.
not gay again?
How isn't this not gay?
Thomas, narration. I can smell it.
Ugh.
Panel 2.
How is this not gay again?
Closer up on the bottom of the tip as the drip grows bigger, about to fall. Panel 3. The drip falls through the air. Panel 4. It splatters onto the floor. Panel 5. Thomas recoils, backing away, even as he holds the bottle and the eyedropper. Wow, this guy's in too deep. I'm sorry.
He's getting in pretty intense.
Page 17, panel 1. Thomas with his head back, eyes closed, holding the eyedropper over his face, a drip ready to fall. Thomas, narration. They don't merely tolerate doing this. They enjoy it. How can that be? Panel 2. A close-up of the drip about to fall. Extremely dramatic, blasting orange light from itself, like some kind of perspective-y Dutch angle view from underneath the drip.
It's important to capture the intensity.
Dutch angles, yeah. Thomas, narration. How can I understand what compels them? Panel 3. Completely normal, plain, ordinary view of the little drip splattering onto Thomas's cute face with his eyes closed tightly. Panel 4. Thomas suddenly on his back on the floor, thrashing and flopping around with his arms and legs all kaflooey in the air above him. Thomas. Ah! Panel 5. Tom. Panel 5. Thomas rolling onto his side, hunched into the fetal position, covering his face with his hands. Thomas. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, Oh God! Oh man!
Oh God! Oh man!
oh
Oh God! Oh
God.
man!
Page 18, panel 1. Thomas on his knees, hunched over as he dry heaves. Still cutely.
He needs to be able to. He can't just be fucking dry heaving like a normal person. It has to be in an adorable fashion.
Thomas. Panel 2. Thomas sitting slumped back against a wall in the orange room, crying. His body is limp, his eyes slightly rolled back. Thomas.
And don't forget his fucking knees weak, arms heavy.
His mom is on his sweater already.
My mom's spaghetti.
This fucking. He's cold spaghetti. These hoes don't want him no more.
He's old spaghetti.
Thomas. Why? Panel 3. Thomas slumps onto his side, fainting, as light fades from the room. Panel 4. The rest of the page fading to black as time passes. Page 19. Panel 1. Late at night.
Hold on a second.
Uh-huh.
I was actually kind of not paying attention to like the last page. So what, he just dripped a fucking orange juice on his face and freaked out like he had an acid trip.
Yes.
Bad trip, man.
A citric acid trip.
Fucking citric acid trip, man.
Buy the ticket.
And he saw Jesus. He saw Jesus. He had a religious experience. And anyway.
Page 19. Panel 1. Late at night, Thomas stumbling out of his orange room, stubble growing over his face, looking weary and woozy. His scruffy, cute pink hair is even more scruffy and owl-eared. Thomas.
Owl-eared? Oh man, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cutest hair. Even when his hair is messed up, it's cuter. It's like bedhead.
Thomas, narration. The depths to which I must sink. Panel 2.
He's getting in the deepening. He's falling into the deepening.
He's in over his head.
The fucking deepening. So this must be so agonizing to be forced to read this fucking shit while we keep yammering.
Panel 2. The same weary and woozy Thomas.
Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Are you reading something while we're trying to talk? Okay, yeah. You know what? Let me go to the bathroom so you can actually read uninterrupted.
For the love of God, please.
Same weary and woozy Thomas, sitting in front of his glowing TV. He stares at it zombified, but he's clearly not paying attention. Thomas, narration. It only further justifies why my work must be maintained. Panel 3. Zombified Thomas standing there, still unshaven, as he watches over yet another SWAT bust. People who were touching bare oranges with their fingers.
Sick. Yes.
Thomas. Narration. It only further confuses me. How something so horrible can be so easily accepted by some people, that they can accept something so hateful and filthy into themselves and make it part of their being. Panel 4. Thomas stares down into a rounded plate of orange juice during the bust. Thomas, narration. Perception is reality. I learned that in college.
I learned that in community college. Oh, just regular college.
Yeah, no, not in like a philosophy course or anything. Just going to college at all taught him that.
You usually learn that in biology or something. Or fucking poli-sci.
Thomas, narration. Is this their perception? Is their reality orange? What the fuck is he even saying?
I have to admit the writing is a little placeholder here, perhaps, and I'm probably not going to fucking change it.
Page 20, panel 1. Thomas cutely pokes his fingertip against the juice,
It has to be cutely.
Looking over his shoulder to make sure the SWAT team isn't noticing. Panel 2, a wide shot of Thomas silhouetted against nothingness as he looks like he's getting struck by lightning, his body recoiling, his feet very gently leaving the ground, his finger touching the juice. His silhouette is orange. The juice is orange because it's orange juice.
That's true. It is orange juice.
Thomas, narration. Such lewd energy, so pure, such contempt for human decency concentrated into a single liquid. This guy is in too deep.
He's in too deep. Some more.
Mhm.
How much
Thomas.
more in too deep could he be? And the answer is none more. Until next time.
Thomas, narration. Too much for a correct human body to accept within themselves. I can feel its tangy nature through my skin.
Tangy.
Panel 3. Thomas on a stretcher as they rush him through a hospital hallway. Thomas, narration. I don't believe in such silly superstitions as a soul, alternatively a spirit. But how is it that the people I'm tasked against can tolerate these things unless their soul has been stained with the bitter taint of the orange?
Bitter taint.
Thomas, narration. The taint of it. Thomas, narration. It's just such a horrible taint.
It's like the taint of chaos for fucking Warhammer. It's like, really? The taint? Is that a good term? Yes. Yes, that is the correct term to use.
Panel 4. Thomas collecting his clothing again from the hospital's discharge center as he talks on his cell phone.
About
He
the
still
taint.
looks a little weary.
The taint.
Thomas.
It's just, almost, maybe I should go back and change that line about the taint so he's saying taint lol. Be more tasteful.
I mean, at the very least, you should make him say the word taint a fourth time.
Yes. The third time just doesn't do it yet.
Thomas, no, I'm fine. I can get right back to work, sir. Page 21, panel 1. Another bust. Thomas stuffing 8-ounce jars of orange juice into his trench coat pockets. Thomas, narration. What drives them? I can't understand it. Panel 2. Thomas in his orange room, pouring the jar of orange juice onto a plate.
Do
Thomas.
you think things might be getting a little too deep now?
I think that he might be getting in too deep, even some more.
Stop before we're noticed. Some more.
Thomas, narration. I must understand it. Panel 3.
So on the
Thomas-
subject of taints,
No.
did you make sure to mention Warhammer?
Yes. Well, not in the script, but I made sure to mention it just as we were talking.
And specifically the line it's like Chaos Force Commander, if you detach them from a squad you had them attached to. He says the line, go now and spread the taint as I have shown you.
It's important to spread the taint.
Just as you've been shown.
Panel 3. Thomas slaps his face down onto the plate, orange juice splattering everywhere. Panel 4.
This doesn't even sound safe.
Panel 4. Thomas in full hentai porn comic ahegao face, tongue out, eyes rolled back, drooling, sick, twisted pleasure. He is dropping tears, not because he is weak, but because he has been strong for too long.
That's in the script. That's actually in the script.
Why are memes?
Why are memes in the script?
This is a good story.
Yes. You know what? I agree with you. So is he getting in too deep yet?
Deepening.
He's even more getting in too deep than before.
Some
Jumping
more.
the fuck into the deepening. Bottom's always dropping out in the deepening.
Is he going balls deep in the deepening?
Speaking of spreading the taint,
Page 22, panel 1.
22.
Thomas is at an orange den, except this time there's no bust. He's licking orange juice off the floor, looking orgasmic, as other orange enjoyers are around him looking concerned.
Those fucking orange enjoyers.
Thomas
shit out of some orange.
Thomas rats on his own department. Little orange hearts are fluttering in the air around his head.
Is that Kwai?
Yes.
Kwai.
A concerned person wears a little hat made of old orange peels, dried out a bit because it's not easy to get fresh orange peels. And he talks to Thomas. Little orange hearts float around in the air around his face, but there are also little orange hearts in the pupils of his eyes.
He's a head gal.
He's gone full, like double blind a hegao.
Thomas. On. The Purity Department is planning a bust at the Heck Street Squeeze Easy tomorrow.
Squeeze easy. Well, that's some new lingo.
Mm-hmm.
Speak easy.
Yes.
Concerned person. Why are you licking orange juice off the floor? You can just drink it, like, from a glass. Panel 2.
Like Motley Crue.
It's like Motley Crue injecting Jack Daniels. They're mainlining
Jack Daniels as they're going, why are we doing this? We can just drink it.
Panel 2. Thomas is smearing orange peels over his face with his eyes rolled back. Thomas, narration. It's obscene decadence. How is it that they can even touch a peel without reacting as I do? Are they truly so desensitized to this level of debauchery?
Yes.
Have they been doing it for so long that they feel nothing of this sick, twisted pleasure?
Yes.
Yeah. Panel 3. Thomas slumped, looking bashful, as a bust turns out to be an empty former Squeeze Easy. The SWAT guys stand around a bit irritated. SWAT guy. What's wrong with you? This is the third bust that's been a dry rind. Thomas. I don't know. I guess they're just changing locations at a faster rate than I'm used to. Panel 4. The SWAT guy gives Thomas's face a close look. Thomas looks pissed, dismissive, and evasive, blushing cutely.
Good luck to the artist doing all that at the same time, fucker.
SWAT guy. What's that in your teeth? Is that orange pulp?
It might be more like teasingly accusing. I don't know. But the voice acting isn't exactly vital in this fucking reading.
Thomas, frig off. Don't get mad at me just because you guys aren't getting here fast enough. You guys are probably tipping them off.
That sounds like projection.
Yeah. Sounds like he's being obvious here. Like, way to give yourself away, Thomas.
He's obvious.
He's so fucking strung out, though.
Somebody out on the oranges.
Somebody in this room, and I'm not saying it's me, is tipping them off.
It's me. I mean, not me.
Page 23, panel 1. From Thomas's personal orange room, we see his arm snatch an orange-painted clay figure. Panel 2. Thomas at a fake orange bust in an empty room acting extra shocked, with his hands to his face. Oh, it's so terrible, as the SWAT stand around in an empty room with the orange-painted clay figure sitting on a chair.
I wonder how adorable Thomas looks as he's doing this with feigning the shock.
You're just gonna have to guess. You're just gonna have to guess.
Panel 3. Thomas, with another Ahegao face, as a bucket of orange juice is thrown at his face.
It sounds worth it. Sounds worth it to set out everything you believe in. It does sound worth it, to be honest.
Panel 4. Thomas in his orange room again, as he clutches a picture of a smug, grinning, and orange Donald Trump.
Oh, shit.
And
disgusting Donald Trump. This is a very politically charged comic.
You're sending the readers a very important message about Donald Trump.
Yes.
He's orange.
And smug.
Yeah.
And just looking at his picture
Just
will
look
send
at
you into paroxysms of orgasms.
Yes, that is true. Or rage or disgust. Or which is, I mean, but really what's the difference?
What do they do in this world when people get jaundice?
They just kill him.
She's got a picture of Donald Trump and an old empty eyedropper bottle of an old empty dropper bottle of orange juice, as well as dragging out his orange table.
Ooh,
Panel 5.
it's going all out.
Thomas in another empty room surrounded by SWAT as he's pointing with indignant, pouty fury adorably.
Oh, you had to make sure. It was very important to point out. Adorably.
I need some more synonyms for adorable here.
No, it's just the same one over and over again. It's fine.
Just
Forever.
being adorable, he's fucking
He's
adorable.
adorable. But did I mention he's adorable? No, I did not. Not enough.
No, I did. Yeah.
No, I did not.
At the table with the picture and dropper bottle on it. Panel 6. Thomas throwing himself on the floor onto perhaps 10 spare orange peels as he writhes around on them. Page 24, panel 1. Thomas looking weary and woozy at work. One of his colleagues in the purity department gives advice. Purity department coworker. Maybe you should try a little cocaine. It'll add some vim and vigor to your step. Thomas, no, I don't want to do that. I hear it messes with your dopamine levels, alternatively something. Don't want to get dependent on it. That would just make things worse. Panel 2. Thomas shuffling out the door to the purity department with the concerned coworker still talking to him. Coworker. You know, people are starting to say things.
Oh
Thomas.
no, he's guilty.
Uh-oh.
He's
Thomas.
a rapist. I mean, no.
I know. I haven't done a good bust in a while. Don't worry. I got a good lead today. I'm about to go seal a pretty good squeeze operation. Page 25, panel 1. The SWAT team charges into a building, kicking the door in. Panel
Sweet.
2. SWAT team rushing up stairwells. Panel 3. Two of them blast a door down with a giant steel SWAT battering ram held in their hands, which
I
has...
thought you were about to say that they shot adorable Thomas.
No.
Oh, it's
come on.
a door.
a giant steel SWAT battering ram held in their hands, which has spikes painted on it,
Oh, that sounds cool.
and knock knock painted on the front. Panel 4. Large panel taking up the majority of the page of Thomas standing in his bathtub wearing a full body suit made entirely of orange peels as he's pouring a massive jug of orange juice onto his chest, but he stares wide-eyed in shock at being caught by the SWAT team. Oh no.
Oh, he's caught. How is he going to get out of this one? I can't wait to find out.
He's wearing a full suit of orange peels like he's some kind of orange furry.
It's not what it looks like.
He's an orange furry. He's an orangey. You see, we have the souls of an orange. It's not like regular humans. I'm like a cool human.
He's doing this for. It's not what it seems. He's doing this for research.
Yes.
I don't want to do this, but it works. I don't like doing this.
I don't like doing it, but it works.
Panel 5. The SWAT, all disgusted. One of the SWAT guys barfs all over the helmet face barrier of his partner. Page 26. Panel 1. A mostly color newspaper photograph of Thomas in his bathtub with the orange peel suit as SWAT is grabbing him and pulling him out with their guns trained on him. Thomas looks afraid and shocked, like a cute loser.
He's so cute that even when he's a loser, he's cute.
Or is it cute as in, like, pronounced?
Or immediate. Acute means, like, short-term, as opposed to, it's the opposite of chronic. So he's an acute loser. He's a loser just for that little temporary time. A very immediate fucking version of it.
Loser for a day, king for a lifetime.
The orange peels themselves are reduced to black and white and have blatant mosaic over them to censor them out. The headline has to censor itself. The additional story below the headline in tiny text will just be the script details as seen below for easy copy pasting. Make sure to ignore the news story beneath headline part. It's just for copy-paste purposes.
And then you probably read it again. The thing is, it's the coming part of the script, so you'll be able to read it just by reading the fucking next page.
Headline. Purity Department or asterisk disgrace as censor caught in squeeze.
It's not actually illegal to say or. It's just frowned upon. So the newspaper can print the or part, but not the whole word orange, because that's just illegal.
It's considered to be really uncool, though.
Yes, it's uncouth.
News story beneath headline. Thomas sitting in a courtroom looking guilty, worn out, slumped. His face is shaved clean for a change. His pink dyed hair is growing out, the brown roots beneath revealed. He tells this reporter, I became the first person in history to be arrested for orange consumption. They made a new law just for me.
Are you reading the part that I said not to read?
Yes, I am.
Oh, shit. Well, you're going to have to go over it again when you get to the next page, though.
Yes, I am.
Alright, you know what? Fine. Just go ahead and do it then.
I do what I want.
Holy shit.
Thomas in a striped prison jumpsuit, white and dark blue, as his arms
It can't
and
be
ankles,
orange.
Yeah.
That'd be illegal.
As his arms and ankles are chained together and the guards carry him on a big spit over their heads, as he tells me, it's called the Thomas Law. A few rumors came back to me that my old co-workers at the Purity Department just call someone a Thomas Law when someone gets too deep into the juice. Thomas, sitting in a ring of other prisoners as he tells his story. Since then, they cracked down on orange possession harder than ever, all because of me. That's what happened to me. You know it's bad when they make a law because of you. A close-up on Thomas's face in repose, his eyes closed as he remembers. Sometimes I still think about what orange juice tastes like. The prisoners all creeped out by him, scooting and leaning away from him slowly as Thomas frowns. Thomas, sitting in his cell alone. I wasn't even paying attention to how deep I was getting. By then it was too late. I enjoyed orange juice. I enjoyed it more than the people I was persecuting. That's how I know I belong here. It's well known that the cops should have beaten his kneecaps until they exploded, but they did not, because of George W. Bush's illegal war in Iraq and the disgusting imperialism practiced by this nation. Because of this, you should only drink fair trade coffee and donate to my Patreon to fund my YouTube videos about the evils of the white race and why all the problems in the world are the fault of men. Page 27, panel 1. Thomas sitting in a courtroom looking guilty, worn out, slumped. His face shaved clean for a change. His pink dyed hair is growing out, the brown roots beneath revealed. Thomas, narration. I became the first person in history to be arrested for orange consumption. They made a law just for me. Panel 2. Thomas in a striped prison jumpsuit, white and dark blue, as his arms and ankles are chained together and the guards carry him on a big spit over their heads. Thomas, narration. It's called the Thomas Law. Rumor has it that my old co-workers at the purity department just call someone a Thomas Law when someone gets too deep into the juice.
It's even better line second time. All right, what happens next? Well, I don't know what happens next. What happens next?
What happens next? Thomas sitting in a ring of other prisoners as he tells his story. Thomas. Since then, they crack down on orange possession harder than ever, all because of me. You know it's bad when they make a law because of you. Panel 4, a close-up on Thomas's face in repose, his eyes closed as he remembers. Thomas, sometimes I still think about what orange juice tastes like. Panel 5, the prisoners all creeped out by him scooting and leaning away from him slowly as Thomas frowns. Page 28.
They're scooting like a dog. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah. Panel 1. Thomas sitting in his cell alone. Thomas, narration. I wasn't even paying attention to how deep I was getting. By then it was too late.
Was he getting in too deep? He may have been.
He was, yeah, a little bit. Panel 2. Thomas resting his forehead against the bars of his cell. Thomas, narration. I enjoyed the tart color down to its juice. I enjoyed it more than the people I was persecuting. Page 29. Panel 1, big splash page, overhead view of Thomas laying on his prison bed, curled up, sleeping discontentedly. Thomas, narration. That's how I know I belong here. The end. Bonus notes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was just about to fucking forget, and I was like, oh, that's right. I added a little bonus note at the end of the script, just for fun.
In the sequel, the Bioy makes a deal with Thomas, getting him out of jail.
The Bioy. I kind of wish I added more mentions of the Bioy throughout the comic, but I kind of want to just keep it to one.
Getting him out of jail so he can track down the country's biggest underground orange grove. Before Thomas agrees to the plan, he asks the Bioy colonel, do we get to win this time? Frowny face. Gosh, the sequel
Isn't it a
sounds
sunglasses frowny face, actually?
Yeah, sunglasses frowny face.
The do we get to win this time is a reference to the wonderful classic movie, motion picture, Rambo 2.
Rambo First Blood.
Yeah, it's Part 2. First Blood Part 2, Rambo.
Oh boy. Now listen to this delightful exchange from a strip of questionable content.